A number of memory enhancement techniques exist to improve learning and memory. One of the easiest and most effective is the SQ3R technique, which stands for Survey, Question, Read, Recite, and Review. By taking about the same amount of time it takes to read a chapter twice, the SQ3R technique markedly increases memory and recall of information. The technique trains the mind to effectively remember information, especially material being learned from book chapters. Survey. Read the title. This prepares the mind for the overall subject area. Read the introduction and summary. This provides an orientation to the subject. Notice each boldface heading and subheading. This will help build the frame for the house of information details that to come and organizes a mental map of the material. Notice any graphics, charts, maps, diagrams, or other visual aids that illustrate the important points. Notice any reading aids. This includes italics or boldface print, chapter objectives, and end-of-chapter questions. Question. Convert boldface headings into questions. Do this one section at a time. The better the questions, the better the comprehension and recall will be. The questions can also be written down if this helps more. Practice answering the questions. This prepares the brain to actively recall the information at a later time. Learning is enhanced by actively searching answers to questions. Read each section in order with the questions in mind. Look in the material for the answers to the questions that have been formed. You may need to make up new questions. You can use flashcards for these questions. This fills in information around the survey and questions like building a house around the frame. Stop and reread parts that are not clear. Recite. After each section, stop and recall your questions. Try to answer them from memory, speaking aloud and into your own words. This consolidates material into memory as answers and triple encodes the information in the brain. Seeing, saying, and hearing, and writing also. If you can't answer the questions, go back and look up the material again as many times as necessary. Don't go to the next section until you can recite the answers. Write down this information if needed. Review. Once the entire chapter is finished using survey, question, read, and recite, go back over all the questions from the headings in a review of the material. This refines the mental organization of the material and reinforces comprehension and memory traces through repetitive practice. If you can answer the questions, great. If not, look back and refresh your memory, then continue.